And I think Kevin is also working on getting into our meeting. So we're just gonna wait until he gets there. But again, it's been a crazy week for me. I ended up going to a concert with Def Leppard
Wow.
and Joan Jett. And there's the Poison. I mean,
Okay,
there's like
that's
four
great.
live bands here in San Diego.
That's pretty
Was
cool.
a Motley Crue
Yeah,
there too? Motley Crue.
it was hundreds of people for sure. And there you go. Hi, yeah,
Hi, how are
good. So what's your, are you Mosen?
you? Yes, yes, I have to rename it. Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm glad that you're here. So we're gonna go ahead and start our meeting. So and I'm sure that you guys are not hearing this noisy background of mine, right? Okay, perfect. Just my voice. All right, I'm good with that. Okay, so welcome to Fire Up Connect. This is our Tuesday meeting, 1 hour. We've got a visitor here today. His name is Justin Westmoreland, and he is from Bullhead, Arizona. So he also does solar, and he does real estate land development project with a company that I am connected to. So very excited to have him today. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and start our meeting with a Q&A because this is really how we can get to know more each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Mosen first, since you were the last one. Okay.
Sorry. I was trying to log in and get the information, so that's why it took me a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
No,
So,
no, no, it's okay. I'm just kidding. But this is actually you're a member already, so you can use the link that you have now every Tuesday. And if you get the link for Friday, you'll be able to use that every Friday. Okay.
sure, sure.
Okay. So Mosen, tell us what was the exciting part of your business this week. So that would
Oh,
be
sure. Uh, hmm. Do you know actually what we have? We are a tax and accounting firm, which we add in and the data mining on it, which we trying to help kind of hire the CFO, little bit higher level of the CFO work for clients. And also one of our partner, Kevin Dong, is going, we decide he's going to be in charge of tax and accounting and tax planning part. And we take over other services to grow those services like a data mining, process mining, and other services. So that was something, it was challenging for us last week and week before, and we finalized it and we are moving forward what we're doing now. We
wow.
us working on other services to grow those, and Kevin would be our tax planning and in charge with the other CPAs.
Okay, that's amazing, Mosen.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, Mosen,
Yeah.
you have everyone to ask a question, and I'll be the, except me because I'll be the last one. So who would you like to ask a question?
Let's start the next of mine is just with Justin. So Justin, it's really interesting you doing the solar and real estate, is that right? So
Yes.
can you give us some update what you do in your businesses?
So I sell residential solar, and then I also work with Steve Holgate and Steve Matley, finding landowners and contacting them and negotiating a deal with them to see if they'll sell the land for development projects.
Okay.
Awesome.
Is there anything else you want to ask Justin? Are you good with that?
I'm good, thank you. That's
Okay. All right, Justin, now you get to ask question. We have Dr. Muncie. Welcome to Fire Up Connect. Glad that you were able to join us. So Justin, who would you like to ask? You have Rick, Gabby, and Dr. Muncie.
Okay, I have a question for Monsi.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Justin.
Hello, Monty. Nice to meet you too. So, the last 5 years, probably about 5 years, I go to the gym a lot, and I have usually about halfway through my workout or towards the end of my workout, I start to feel nauseous, and sometimes I throw up at the gym, or I have to run to the restroom and throw up. I've thrown up in the parking lot, and I've tried different diets. I've tried taking antacid before the gym, or not eating 2 hours before the gym, and for some reason, I still have that problem. So I'm not sure exactly what it could be. So-
Well, a lot of people have exercise-induced, I would say, triggers, and exercise is an inflammation that your body is going through. So have you heard like exercise-induced asthma? So it's kind of similar, where something's getting triggered and it's an underlying gut health issue that you're dealing with that is unresolved. So it's way deeper than like anything general. Like that's why my 90-day program really helps you with healing the gut. And then that's where you'll see the breakthrough. But of course, like there's so much more investigation to do than just a general thing. But it is definitely something that is needing more root cause analysis of why this is happening. And that's where we have all the advanced lab tests that we order through my program in the functional medicine realm.
Okay. Yeah, usually I don't have a nauseous problem doing normal stuff. It's just usually when I go to the gym and I'm doing my workout, I have a problem with that. And sometimes it hinders my workout.
Wow,
Right,
this is-
it's the trigger.
This is
Yeah.
an interesting question that you brought in, Justin. It looks like you already know Dr. Monsi.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, wow, that is something that not a lot of doctors will be able to answer at all.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
especially in a networking group like this. That's a very interesting question, but you know, it's interesting to see also Dr. Monsi in action, trying to answer a question that it's really sometimes difficult to do in this kind of setting, but which is
He literally put me on the spot. Like, hey, are you for real?
This is so interesting. Okay, Dr. Monsi, you've got Gabby or Rick.
Awesome. All right. Well, I know Gabby pretty good now. And I'm definitely planning to use her services soon. So
Awesome.
let's pick a little bit on Rick. Rick, I think I've seen you for a few minutes on one of the calls I was on. And I think you do franchise from what I remember.
Correct.
Right. So how exactly do you help people with franchising their businesses? Like, I would like to know a little bit more about like something that is quick to understand.
Okay. Well, my company, we have this ecosystem that we can take a business all the way through becoming a franchise, growing and building it, and then even an exit. We have the legal resources to help with that exit. So it's a 3 to 4 month process to get all of the documents prepared and ready so that legally franchises can be sold. And the primary document is called the Franchise Disclosure Document, FDD for short, Frank David David. That has to be prepared and it has to be filed with the Federal Trade Commission. Once that's done, you can start selling right away in 27 states. 13 states require that extra state level of approval. The process of growing it can happen in several ways. From the franchise owner, new franchise company's own marketing. They can enlist organizations like mine for broker help. We find the qualified leads. We've also got several marketing assets that can help raise the awareness of the franchise. So that's kind of my answer on how I can help.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. I would say I understand that now. So it's the ecosystem that you have that is like a whole team, right? Helping an individual.
Yes, and we're the only organization who has that entire ecosystem in place.
Got it. Yeah, and then I might have some referrals for you because I know there are a few people out there looking for franchising. So I guess I think we are connected on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can put
So
I can put my contact information in the chat too.
That is awesome. I love this, Dr. Monty. You're good in connecting people.
well, I learned it from the best, right, Marie?
Yeah. All right, Rick, what's your question for me?
Well, a couple of times you mentioned background noise. Are you doing some home renovation or office renovation?
No, someone is doing some mowing in some of the commercial buildings here. So it's just,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so that was the noise.
So then how did you enjoy the concert?
Oh, okay. So, I'm actually not a rock, music fan, but when I heard the lead singer of the Def Leppard, you're talking about a very good voice, very talented. His name is Joe, I believe Joe Elliott. And I fell in love to the way he was singing. And so what I did, I started looking up all his videos. I went to the Roku, I went to Tubi, I was looking for all the videos and they have all of this and I watched it all day long yesterday. I was just, I think I turned to become like a crazy fan for Def Leppard now.
I think he was a thing in the 70s, right?
Yes.
Correct.
The interesting part about them is that the drummer actually has only one arm. He lost it
right.
from a car accident, and he was still young when that happened. But the band didn't let him go. They
Yeah.
worked with him, and they were able to continue. I mean, you're talking about thousands and thousands of people that are watching them, and they really put a lot of people in the arena. And so I think I was watching their documentary yesterday, and they were talking about how everybody is equal, and that nobody is, more than one or better than one. And this is why I think I love the story about them, because they have worked so hard to keep that group together. And I think part of what we need to do is really think of us as a group. Are we good as a Fire Up Connect group? Are we tight that we can make it all successful? And that's how I'm looking at their legacy. And they're amazing. I mean, unbelievable when it comes to all of their information. So that's what I did, right? So amazing. Okay, so I don't know what happened to Dr. Masi. Did we lose her? Okay. Anyway, so she probably got
I had a question for Rick. So Rick, how do you get your clients? Like, do you work just purely on referral system, or how do you get your business? Where do you get your business from? For Rick, this is for Rick.
Thank you.
Gabby, just call me Gabby.
Gabby, I work a number of different channels to get leads, and I'll do things like I do buy resumes.
Okay.
For C-level people.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned about bio resumes earlier, so I remember that.
Yeah.
But okay, so you have a lead generation process. Okay,
I outsource a LinkedIn outreach campaign
okay.
to
It's
different
like,
groups or different targeted different companies or events.
got it. Yeah, which is what we do as well. Okay, and then tell me something. So you handle all sorts of franchises like Subway, anything, just about any franchise, correct?
We handle franchises in just about every industry, but some of the big ones, the Subways and the McDonald's. And
McDonald's, right? Yeah.
we don't, or 7-Eleven, we don't.
Oh, okay.
We don't represent them. They're large enough with thousands and thousands of units. They can do that internally.
Okay.
But we do handle some very large franchises in automotive and education industries that have been around for a long time, or senior care. that have, hundreds of units, and then we also represent the brand new one that just has the one.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
now, I mean, let's talk about how we can, what is your process after you meet people through the online networking? I guess I wanted to see if you guys have some sort of a process that you take when you're attending some of these meetings. So let's talk about that, okay? So who would like to start? Who has a good process? I know Dr. Muncy has a very good process. So Dr. Muncy, maybe you would like to share your process of, when you get into a group of people, when you connect with them, what is your system of making sure that you're connecting with them and you're able to collaborate?
Well, I feel like when it comes to process, of course, you want to be present. You want to have, like camera on, like look presentable. And I feel like retaining information can be really valuable, like knowing that Rick does franchise, Gabby does taxes, Justin does, like I learned today, now I won't forget. What I think that really helps, because when you meet someone again, they will remember you for you remembering them. So make it all about the others and the people you are there to serve, and you will hold a special place in their heart where they will remember you when there comes a time for referral. So being present, of course, being presentable, and serving your people in a way where you're connecting through more heart-centered way than just trying to like be there for the sake of being there.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mohsen? Because this is your first meeting with, or actually the second meeting with us. I mean, do you have a system now that you use after you meet with people?
Actually, I can say no.
No?
No, I can say no, because I wasn't doing, this is the first, one of our friends recommended to join your meeting. So be honest with you, no, I don't have any system yet.
Okay. So I guess you're going to learn a lot from us, Mohsen.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. What about you, Gabby?
Ari, is the question, how do I connect with my existing clients or is it just you guys? What is the question? Can you just come again?
The question is, what is your process after you meet with people in a networking setting?
Okay.
Because, some people like Mohsen was just saying that he doesn't have a process after meeting people. So I'm curious
right.
what you do.
Yeah, I do. So, okay. So I meet a lot of people virtually, obviously, because most of my clients are out of state. North Carolina itself is a nice place to live, but then, California and Texas is the hub for real estate right now. So Texas is growing so fast. I have so many clients from Dallas, Fort Worth area and Houston area. So I find them online, they find me online through my videos or my content. And then, so we connect on phone, and then maybe even via a Zoom call as well. I prefer a Zoom call, a video call. Once that is done, whatever Dr. Muncy just mentioned, being present and everything, yes, absolutely. Literally everything just sticks here, whatever someone says, and I don't forget ever in my life, whatever they say to me. And then I make sure I take the emails down and also the phone numbers, and then I add them to my weekly newsletter and my blog posts. So I'm in constant touch with them. And that's the way I warm up my clients. They keep coming back to me with so many questions, queries, and new services as well, because my weekly newsletters are so informative and up to date regarding real estate taxation. That's how I get my repeat customers. That's one way. The other way is I send them SMSs, regular SMSs. Just to know how they're doing, their children, their family, what's up, someone was moving. So I'm constantly, and then once every quarter, I send an email to my existing clients, the clients who actually hired me, who paid me basically. So I have a separate list for them. So, and then I send them an email once every quarter on just, latest updates that I have as far as new offerings, new products, new services that I'm doing. And I'm constantly, working on my products and services that I offer. So yeah, I have my ways. I actually pick up the phone as well and just say hello, even if someone is not my client, but I had spoken to them maybe once. And so I save every phone number and email, and I do not hesitate in calling them up and just talking to them randomly. I'm a very random person. I just pick up. I just love to talk to people, so I do not hesitate at all.
Awesome. Okay, Rick, what about you? Because I'm sure you have a large database of clients too.
Yeah, so what do I do after I speak with somebody
Yeah.
or connect with them? So if they're interested in the exploring buying a franchise, then I will ask their permission to send them an email to complete a questionnaire. Completing the questionnaire gets them into the system. You know, it's a kind of a registration process. Plus, it's a bit of a qualification process to know, you know, what they're interested in. Have they looked at franchising before? What level of investment they're comfortable in, and things like that. And then after I receive that, then I set up a longer consultation or just a conversation that we build a business model. And then if it's a business owner, you know, and I'll kind of probe to get an understanding of the success of the business, if they're willing to spend time to grow their franchise if they go that route. And if they've protected, meaning they've copyrighted or trademarked or patented, whatever they do. And once that's established, then I will set up another meeting with the Starting Point, our sister company, our subsidiary, Franchise Genesis, and I'll put together a Zoom call. So those are the ways, 2 ways of my process to follow up.
Wow. Very good information. Okay, Justin, what about you?
I do really good at building a relationship one-on-one with people. And I like to let them know that I'm always there for them, and communication is also very important.
Yep, I agree.
Is that it,
Uh,
Justin?
I'm curious, where is Gabby from?
Oh, I was born in India, Justin. So my name is
Okay.
Gunveen. Yeah, people just call me Gunveen and everything random, but that's okay, no worries. So just
Okay.
call me Gavi. I was born in New Delhi. I did part of my education in the UK, and then I've been living in the United States for 17 years now in North Carolina. So
Okay.
yeah, but nice to meet you.
I thought you might be from India, but I always like to ask first because I don't like to get it wrong.
That's okay.
So my wife is in Nepal. So it's right next to India. So I'm just waiting for her to get her visa. I'm gonna be going back to Nepal this November.
Oh, you just got married. Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Wow.
got married 1 year ago in Nepal.
Congratulations. Wow, that's a
Yeah,
beautiful
thank you.
country. Yeah, it's
Yes.
God's own land. I think they call it something like that.
All right, so we have Martha. Martha, welcome to the Fire Up Connect. Glad you made it. And I think Dr. Monsi has a patient, so she had to go.
Yep.
But anyway, Martha, when you're ready, I mean, we would love to hear from you, or if you're still setting up your Zoom there. Anyway, there you go, Martha. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we were just talking about what is your process of talking to people after you meet them on a networking event?
So I usually, this is the way I do it. And I suggest people do it like this. You get their business cards and you take notes on their business card. Because a lot of times after a networking event, you get like 10, 15 business cards. And we don't remember who in the world was what. And it looks weird that we're on our phone and taking notes because they're probably thinking that we are looking at our phone. So I basically just write down notes on the card. So when I get home, now I have the information in the card and know who I spoke to about what. And then I send them an email regarding our conversation. Just like, hey, this is a recap of what we talked. When do you have time to meet up? That's usually what I do.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, I'm glad to hear everybody's way of follow-up. And, you know, for most, and I think this is something that you guys might want to consider because, you know, part of building your own client database is about having that continual communication relationship. And one secret that you need to also consider is, you know, having an operating system that can do the automatic follow-up for your clients. And there's a lot of applications out there that you can use. I myself have been, like, you know, testing so many different ways of doing it. What I have done that was effective for me is that when I have a group of people, I have a category for them. Let's say they came in, it looks like Dr. Burns is coming in too. Uh, for example, I have an event, which is the Fire Up Live event, and I'm gonna have about 150 to 200 people in there. That is a database for one event. And then if I have another event like Fire Up Connect meeting, I have another database for that category. So it's easier for me to remember who they are and what they do. But, you know, having a good database system will really help you. Hi, welcome, Dr. Sharon. How are you?
I am fine. Sorry, I was busy. Then I saw the reminder and I'm like, okay, I'm a half hour late, but that might still be fashionable. So I just went.
Okay, that's okay. So Dr. Sharon, you want to just kind of, you know, share with us. So Dr. Sharon Barnes is one of our hosts for the International Wealth Builders Association. She is a former lawyer and she's also an ADU specialist. And so Dr. Barnes, would you like to share your thoughts about if you have what is your system after you meet people in a networking setting? What do you do after you meet them?
Very, very timely question. So trying to solidify that that follow-up, but I went to a real estate investment meeting and I took advantage of the opportunity to get up and introduce myself about accessory dwelling units. And so after the meeting, I was surprised there was actually a line waiting to talk to me. So when I was speaking to him, I took notes. When I came home, I did put them into my database. I made a point to send out a text within 24 hours saying it was nice talking to you. And I followed up with a call with each one of them. So trying to break that habit of meeting people, not, you know, following up, you know, after the consultation. So now I'm trying to systemize that and to make sure that I put detailed notes about where I met them and any pertinent information that relates to how we can work together.
Awesome. All right. Okay. So from, I mean, I know Dr. Sharon, you didn't hear everybody else's comment, but for the ones that were here, please go ahead and take 30 seconds and write down your feedback about what you just learned or heard from everybody else. So we can just put that on chat. That would be perfect. And any additional information that you guys wanted to put in there, your contact information would be great to have it on chat. Let's take that time right now if you can do that. Yes, that's a good obvious observation, Rick. So we're learning from each other's way of doing business, and you also are getting the idea of how people are organized with the way they're following up with people, because that's part of running a business. So if, you know, looking at what you're doing, you're also being, you know, observed by your you know, the people, the members of this group. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble speaking. The members of this group are also, you know, observing you, how you run your business. So, you know, it's always good to improve your process. And also people are seeing your progress of making sure that you know what you're doing in your business, that you are on track, that you are constantly making things happen for you, and that we can all support each other. Okay. So if you wanted to review this meeting, It's always recorded and it's going to be in the website. You can listen to it again and you can check the previous meetings and you will learn from everybody's input, because this is a value that you're getting that you will not be able to get it somewhere else, because they are sharing the information of how they're running their business, and that's good insight for your own business. Okay. And yeah, okay, Mohsen, like Gabby's email marketing. Yes, of course, very extensive. I loved it. I was very impressed with the way she shared her system, and you can tell. And I can tell you, with Gabby, she's quick. She follows up, and she and I right away got things going on, and you know, she knows how to take advantage of the connections that she's getting here in Fire Up Connect. So make sure that you also see that value. Okay, so it looks like we keep we're getting all the information. Okay, so now let's start with our what do you call it? The business share time. Share us your success story or a challenge or a specific goal, and who would like to start with that? Let me go ahead and ask Martha. Since Martha, we didn't get to hear from Martha. Martha, what is your share time today?
Doing Zoom on my phone. So 2 successes. One of them is that we're doing our book launch for Today's Inspired Latina. We read it collectively because usually girls do it on their own, like just do everyone in Chicago. Today's Inspired Latina is basically a collection of Latinas all over the US. I mean, no, actually all over the nation, because there's some in Mexico and there's some from Colombia. So that's really exciting. We're gonna have our book launch in Chicago on September 8th. So we were just meeting before this on that. And the second thing that's exciting is my Power of Numbers course is going to launch in 2 weeks. So this is a course that I developed to help business owners understand key business numbers, because a lot of time business owners don't even know what numbers to look at. If I ask some of you here, I hope you do, but some of you might not even know how to read a financial report. If you don't know how to read a financial report, you better, because that is important and key to running a business, understanding your numbers. Because if you want to make money, you need to understand numbers. So I really want to use this course to elevate and empower business owners to be good at their game, because this is a numbers game.
Yes, okay, that's awesome. And for everyone, I mean, think about how you can collaborate with Martha on that. Okay, so who's next? Let's go to Dr. Sharon.
Well, the successes, I actually, before this meeting, had meeting with 2 investor young brothers that are buying properties and creating ADUs. And they came across my name based on Facebook posting from Thomas Chappelle when we did the Black Inland Empire presentation there. And so the success is that social media is working. I'm getting clients, I'm getting meetings and opportunities, and it's pushing me to be better and to make my company flow better. So, but that's a success. I'm excited about that.
Awesome. All right. What about you, Justin?
Well, one success is being able to participate in this meeting, because I haven't been able to come to the meeting for a while. I've been super busy. But and another success, and it's internationally, is I started a small business in Nepal. So it's a fruit shop, and it's kind of exciting. So now that I have that going, I'm motivated to start more businesses over there after that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's awesome, Justin. Congratulations. Okay. What about you, Mohsen?
So I think I already shared what we do. Just we had a struggle. We are providing different services in one company. We are a team of the financial advisors, CPA, EA, accountant, and other professionals. So what we do, we kind of, it was hard for us to figure out how to approach, and sometimes we distracted to go too many places in at one time. And then we decide, okay, each person what they have to do to grow each businesses, each services, which we and kind of we have a manager right now for tax and accounting. We have another person who is Luis, who does the wealth management part.
Okay,
That's the
all right.
first thing we do. Yes, that's very
Okay.
important.
Awesome. Thank you, Mawson. Okay, Rick.
Oh, well, let's see. Last, I think it was last week, I connected with this woman in Atlanta. She's a realtor. And I was doing my prospecting. She mentioned that she bought an automotive franchise back in April and really hasn't been able to, has had crappy luck finding a location. So I asked, hey, do you mind if I refer you? She said, fine. I referred her to a broker I know in the franchise space, and they connected, and hopefully it works out. And then I asked her, well, now that we know each other a bit, if you know of anybody who could use my help, because they're maybe looking to own a business, now you know somebody. So that created that give and take, or give and get, I would say. And then Thursday morning, I'm going to have a conversation with a company based in France. They've got this tennis concept that they want to talk about franchising in the US. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow, awesome.
Nice.
Okay, Gabby.
So I just recovered from COVID. So that was a big thing for me. And Marie knows. And so that was number one. Business wise, I was not focused on business because obviously I was more focused on getting my health back. This week I connected with this person. He was from the trucking industry. So besides real estate, the other industry that I focus on is trucking and transportation. Even though the person did not, we did not sign up. He did not sign up for any of my services. Reason being, he did not need a CPA at this point of time. But what he said was that the kind of advice that was given to him, obviously, was so good. Like he said that he was able to connect with me, and he has not found anyone who would give such a genuine advice, in the industry. So, it's not about just selling all the time, because sometimes you really don't need to sell. Sometimes you really don't need to make a point, right? You just have to give the right type of advice, what the person needs, and he doesn't need your service each time. So, and that's what actually, clicked with him. And he's like, okay, you know what, next time if I need to get something done, in terms of taxes, whatever, blah, 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 I'll come back to you. So that was kind of a nice little soft, kind of a compliment. No hard sell, for this week. So just taking it easy this week, I would say. Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. All right. Okay. Well, let's see.
What about you?
Yeah, I know. For me, I think I'm excited to, tomorrow is going to be the online meeting for the International Wealth Builders Association. I'm excited about that. And you guys are all free to attend. That is actually an incredible group of people that are attending, and you don't want to miss that opportunity, okay? And we have two amazing speakers. We have Steve Matley and Patrick Hunter, who's going to be presenting about advanced real estate investment. So make sure that you get that link from me. And then what else? The Fire Up Live event. Is everybody going to the Fire Up Live? I think you guys all are, right? Right? Mohsin, is Kevin going? You guys are going?
I'm trying.
You're on a mute.
I'm not sure about that. Did you say what kind of event?
Yeah, the Fire Up Live. And I know Rick, Martha, Justin, and Sharon are going. I'm telling you, I am so excited about this. We have so many great things happening. And we have the keynote speaker, who is the new president of the New School of Architecture and Design. And she came from China, who has all these international connections. She's bringing like hundreds of students to the school. So the power of connection that she has is incredible. So you don't want to miss meeting her, and she's going to be in this meeting, in this event.
Oh,
So if
wow.
you guys can come, I mean, Gabby, is that something that you can do, that you can join us?
You know, sure, for sure. I'm going to just talk with Kevin to see what he wanted to do. For sure,
Yeah.
we will be there.
Okay, and Gabby?
Marie, I'll let you know.
Okay, all right. So, but yeah, I mean, all the Fire Up Connect are coming in as VIP. And so you guys are going to be highlighted on stage. So I just want to make sure that you know, take advantage of this. I actually talked to John Simon from Florida, and he's going to send somebody from his company to represent him here, because, you know, I'm also helping expand his business here in California. So I think those are amazing people you're going to meet. There's a lot of powerful people from San Diego that you're going to be able to network. So you don't want to miss that. Okay. What else am I excited about? Basically, I'm working on a book. You guys, another
Oh,
book.
wow.
So remember, we have a Fire Up Connect book that we're working on. And Gabby, you are already, Dr. Sharon, I might need to talk to you about this because we haven't had a chance to talk. And also Mohsen, you need to guys connect with me. Rick, if this is something you want to be a part of, it's about writing, you know, being part of this book for Fire Up Connect. But again, I'm also writing another book that will help people, you know, how to brand your business. And I am working on that diligently. It's a lot of work, but this is going to help everybody. And I think I'm excited about doing that. That's what I'm working on right now. There's always something new. Okay, so let's do this. We have 10 minutes. Give us your ideas of connecting. I know, Justin, how can people refer to you, and what's the benefit of referring people to your business on solar? Because I know Dr. Sharon is here for ADU. It will be good for her to hear what you do.
If for providing me referrals,
Yes.
every referral that you bring to me, you'll get $1,000. So once
Very good.
the solar's installed on the homeowner's house, then you'll get $1,000 put into your account. So
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
And that
And you
applies
can-
to accessory dwelling units too?
what's that?
That applies to detached accessory dwelling units too?
I think taxes are taken out on it.
No, the
no, the ADU.
tiny home on their
Justin.
property, when they build a second house on their property.
Are you talking about getting solar on a second house?
Yeah, like an accessory dwelling unit on the main. If they don't put it on the main house, they have to put it on the smaller house up to 1,200 square feet.
Like a guest house?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have the solar on the guest house as long as it's connected to the grid.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
you two have to connect because Dr. Sharon, I mean, that's something that I know can be done. Okay. Okay, who else? Questions, feedback?
Justin, where are you based out of?
Um,
Are you in Phoenix?
No, I'm here in Bullhead City, Arizona. It's about an hour and a half from Las Vegas, right across from the Colorado River.
Okay.
How about you, Gabby? Where are you located?
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay, very far away. So,
Okay. Anyone else? Rick?
Well, the reason why I asked is because if I have to refer someone, you know, Justin to someone, then I need to know where he works, right? Because he's local. His business is so local, right?
we install solar. I'd have to check, but I think we also install in North Carolina as well. So,
No, what about Texas and California? Because that's where.
yes, we do Texas and California. Those states I know we do.
Oh, awesome. Okay, good to know.
So,
Thanks.
do you have my contact information, Gabby?
Yeah, I see it. It's Justin Wester. I see it. 87.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Anyone else? Rick, do you have any comment?
Comment on what?
What's
meeting?
that?
Am I commenting on the meeting?
Yes. Any feedback, any collaboration ideas?
Well, it's great to see a lot of new faces. Justin recalled, we met on a previous meeting. I believe Martha and I have attended a previous meeting. Gabby and I have. I don't recall Sharon, and of course, Motion is new, but it's always great listening to what everybody's doing, how their businesses are progressing, what they're doing to get their business forward. So I learned from it.
Okay. All right, Dr. Sharon, definitely put your information. Be good to connect with Rick. Okay, Mohsen, any comment?
This is the second time I'm attending to this meeting, and I love the different kind of people are meeting. It's very interesting for me. Yes, it's amazing. Yes.
Awesome. And Martha? Are you there, Martha? Yeah.
Sorry, my phone is acting weird. I love these meetings. I like to meet people from all over the States. I think that's very powerful. Then in just 1 hour, you get to not only learn from all these great minds, but you get to see what like everyone is doing. I like it. You know that I always try to be as much as I can here. And I'm really excited to see some of your faces in person. I met Paul in person. I met Marie in person. Who else did I meet? Jasmine in person. So, and I've only been here for like 5 months. So I can't wait to see everyone at the Fire Up Connect.
Yes. I think that's going to be exciting. All right, Dr. Sharon, any comment?
No, I was glad that I was able to get in, and like I said, this meeting is kind of unique. So no matter when you jump in, it's always something of value, and I look forward to connecting with everybody and seeing them in person.
Awesome. Okay, well, we've got 5 minutes, and I totally appreciate your time today, because the more we dedicate our time with Fire Up Connect, the more we learn. And again, it's about learning about each other, because if there is no communication among us, how are we going to be able to collaborate? Every time you speak, I think about ways that we can make it better for you. But if you're not here, or if you're, if you're going to leave early, it's hard for me to be able to create that momentum for us. It is also about the relationship. The investment of your time with us is it's a give and take. We got to give our time, and we also can get something out of it. So part of it is really understanding the value of our membership and our connection. And everyone in this group right now has a very large responsibility and a very good business offer for you and for your connections. So if you're dedicated and loyal to your clients, you want to make sure that the people that you're going to refer is someone that you really truly know and you've done your due diligence, right? You can't just refer somebody because you just met them in one meeting and then that's about it. I think you need to spend more meetings with them and really learn how they run their business and how they process. And that's where you're going to feel more comfortable. Is this a person that you can refer? Is this a person that would give me, a lot of value to my clients? I mean, you got to do that. And when you do that, your name is going to be a lot more known and dependable by people, because they know that you're doing your job on vetting these people. I actually, it's funny, I had a call from one of the president of a big organization here, and because he heard me speak at the panel about the kind of clients that I'm dealing with, and they are in millions of dollars, right? So he came to me and said, well, Marie, I have this project, and I'm trying to get $5 million. I said, well, do you have an investor's package? Do you have this? Do you have that? And he doesn't have it. And I was very honest with him and say, look, if you don't have any of this, I can't refer you, because I'm going to look bad. And they're going to say, I've wasted their time by referring you, because you are not even ready. So think about that. It's someone, if you're going to refer somebody, you need to make sure that they are ready for your clients to make sure that it's not going to look bad for both of you. So that's why I think part of it is I actually talked to Martha also about getting ready for this one, client that I want to introduce her, and she has time to do this. But again, that's part of referring. You're not just giving their name to someone, you're also making sure that that person is ready for that person that you're connecting it with. If you didn't do that, you are not going to do well in your connection and referrals. You need to make sure that you do your job and making sure both parties are prepared to connect. Because if they're not, then you're going to look bad yourself, and you might as well not connect anybody else if you're not going to do that. So that's part of what we're doing. And also make sure that you also check out, have a one-on-one meeting with me, Mosen, because you guys are a new member. You want to make sure you take advantage of the time that you have with me, because I can give you a lot of nuggets. And if being a member here is not just to show up on a meeting, it's also to kind of see what are the benefits that you can get out of it. And I can share that with you, but you need to schedule a time with me, okay? And I already had a
Okay, thank you.
one-on-one with Gavi. And I had a Dr. Sharon. I think you and I had a lot of plans already, and you started your radio show. And definitely support her show, because she is doing a lot of work on a radio show too. So if you guys want to give her a call while she's on live and say, Dr. Sharon, I have a question for you. Go on live with her, and and then she would say, oh my gosh, thank you for calling. So you got to call them while they're live on radio show and ask some questions. That's how you can support each other. And not only that, Dr. Sharon knows you, and she's going to talk about you while she's on live. I mean, what's the best strategy to make that work? Take advantage of her being a radio host. And same thing with Martha. Martha is also a radio host for Fabulous Lifestyle. The only thing is sometimes she's not live and sometimes she's live. But if they are live, take advantage of that. You guys you know each other. Utilize the connection. Whatever they're doing, you could be a part of it if you know how to work with them. But you need to know what they're doing, so you can have a good leverage of everybody's business. So think about that. Be smart about it, okay, you guys? That's how it works. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go. It's already 4:01, and have an amazing week. And then make sure that you also check out the recording, review what was said, because there's a lot of information that was shared today about follow-up system. And I think it's so valuable to listen to that. Gavi gave a lot of good information, and you don't want to miss some of this nuggets. And Justin, thank you so much for being here, and we will be talking soon. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Nice meeting you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. All right, bye now.
Bye.